Next, we have a movie called Seventh Son, and we have some very nice people here we're going to bring out. First one is an Oscar winner named Jeff Bridges. We're also bringing out Ben Barnes, Sergei Bodrov, and Alicia Vikander. Fantastic, it's nice to see you guys here. Sergei, could you tell me, anytime you start a film, I would imagine one of the first fundamental questions you have to answer is tone. What can you tell us about the tone of this film?
No, it's, first of all, I want to say that I'm very happy to be here and with such wonderful people with my cast. And we want to make something very special, very cool. And it will be dark tone, but it's also a movie with a kind of clear and interesting message. I don't know.
Fantastic. And then, Jeff, it's nice to see you again.
Good to see you. Hi there, you guys.
There are so many projects that come to you, and I know that you always kind of resist taking any of them. It's the ones that survive. Yes. The ones that survive your patience are the ones you take. Why did you take this film?
Well, this one I tried to push it away, like I do all of them, but there's something grabbed me about it. The wonderful story, something quite unusual. I always have a hard time at these things telling too much about it because I don't want to spoil any of it. When I go to movies, I like to be surprised. And that's one of the things I liked about this project, that it takes a lot of twists and turns that you're not expecting, which I don't want to talk about. But also, when I saw, I said, well, who's going to direct this thing? This is going to be pretty challenging for the director. And I saw Sergei's films. I saw Mongol. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I was impressed with that. And a wonderful film called Prisoner of the Mountain. Is it Mountains or Mountain? One, singular, yeah. That was really great, man. That really knocked me out. And I thought, oh, if he's at the helm, we got a good chance of making something really special. So that's why I'm on board.
And Ben, tell me, we look at these images that we're seeing up here, and
which I've never seen before, by the way, which is why I'm slightly absorbed in this monitor. So don't mind me if I'm just.
When you see that, Legendary has a track record of bringing fantastic images to the screen, fantastic worlds. It must be interesting for you to see that and project what it's going to be like to be part of that.
Yeah, I'm as I say, a little flabbergasted because I haven't seen any of this before. But I saw, like Jeff, I saw Sergei's film Mongol, and it's just such a beautifully shot and beautifully put together film. And I think sometimes, you feel like you get a script about a kind of witch hunter or a wizard or whatever, and their apprentice, and you feel like you've seen it before. And I started reading this and thought, I haven't seen this one before. Because the characters are sort of slightly darker and more surly, and the relationships are not as kind of don't come together as sort of fruitfully as you might hope. Sure. And I just think it's going to look amazing. But Jeff Bridges is in it.
Alicia, Jeff Bridges is in this. What's that like for you? Is that pretty exciting just to step into a movie like this, a project of this size?
Well, this is so big for me. I mean, this is going to be my first American film, and sitting here with you guys and doing this film is just overwhelming. But I'm so happy, and I admire all of Sergei's previous work, and I'm a huge fan of fantasy and horror books since I was a kid. So I really enjoy being in this film, and like you said, I like that it has this very, slightly dark touch to it, and it's actually a very character-based film.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sergei, tell us a little bit about the film, the story, if you can. I mean, we know it's a magical world, and it's a world with messy situations as well.
Of course, yeah, it's I think it's a great story. It's based on the few books, British books, like written for kids, but a little bit Harry Potterish territory. But we wanted to do something more edgy, more dark, and basically it's a story about Jeff. Yeah, it's an old witch hunter who's hunting his old enemy, but he needs now new apprentice because all his apprentices before former they died. It's a dangerous job.
Great.
So, but for me, it's also a story, and you know, and I have to tell, it was not so easy to get Jeff to make this movie. It took for me, I don't know, really. But because Jeff, one of the best actors, and he wanted to have a story, a strong story, and he wanted to be well-rounded. And we just came up with, I think, with some interesting changes. But by the way, a lot of people ask me, okay, but how did you get the job? Did you smoke to him? I don't know, because it's a fact that Jeff is smoking, yeah, I don't know, and he's talking about this. It's not a secret. No, we didn't smoke. We didn't smoke, but we will someday, yeah, I don't know.
Okay. So Jeff, you know, you've made films that are with visual effects that are really intense. I mean, for decades. I mean, King Kong, movies like Fisher King, Fantastic Visions, recent years. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
That was easy. That's the new one, the newest one. Iron Man, Tron, things like that. Does that bring with it a particular set of challenges for you, just as far as craft? Do you find that you have to prepare yourself in a different way, or is it become just part of the overall process for you?
Yeah, with Tron, the big challenge with that one, you know, is that well, it kind of rubbed against my acting fur, you know, because I like to have costumes and makeup and sets, and I work with the camera where the camera is. That's all important to me. But now, with this new technology, you know, the actors have dots all over their face and wear a helmet with a camera, and they do everything in post, from makeup to the sets to camera angles. Everything is done in post. So my big challenge for me was not, you know, bitching about the fact that I didn't have my stuff, you know, my costumes, and kind of get with the program. That's, you know, and you can't waste time because, you know, movies are, you know, only have a finite number of minutes there to do your thing. But the technology is you know, God, it's so fast. It's becoming passé. All of that Tron stuff. I was just talking to an actor out in the green room there. Of a special effect film he's making, and he says, "Oh yeah, the camera that we're using hasn't been built yet." And I'm sure that, you know, that on this one it's going to be the next generation. Now, so you got to get, you know, just get used to it. No, you can't get used to it. That's the thing, because as soon as you get used to it, it's something else, you know. But it should be fun. I'm up for it. You know, watching these, like Ben was saying, we're watching these things. Like you guys get to see. Oh, you see them over there, maybe? No, but we see all. They're showing us our sets and stuff, and that's very exciting. You know, that's part of the fun of doing movies like this, or any movies, is working with all these other artists. You know, it's a kind of a collaborative art form, and you get the benefit of all these other great artists that you're working with. So I'm really looking forward to it. Should be terrific.
Well, fantastic. Well, Seventh Son, we are going to wait and see. We have some time before we see this film, but it's great to see you guys today. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Thank you.